Hello, happy morning to everyone. So we will be dealing with that fifth class in the nutrition. So fifth lecture in the nutrition, that in the sense, right? So last class we had seen that the malnutrition topics, so which includes kwashiorkor, marasmus, and then we had seen a couple of slides in obesity, and then today we will be seeing that. Other topics, which includes number one, the synopsis for this today's topic says number one is nothing but obesity, and second one is nothing but the relationship between BMI and degree of obesity, and third one is what are the causes for obesity, and then fourth one is diet plan for obesity. These are the most important four things we're gonna see about obesity. And then fifth topic is, fifth point is none other than nutritional profile for pulses and cereals. So what are the pulses and what are the cereals we should have to take? And then what is the what are the most important uses of the pulses and cereals? We'll be seeing all those things. And then we'll be looking into that what are the benefits of both the fruits and vegetables, and then the benefits of meat too. And then we'll be going for characteristics of common food items. Okay. Yeah. So first we'll start with the obesity, right? So once you hear the name obesity, it is more common now. Throughout the world, it is more common now because of our sedentary lifestyles, and then we are not doing that heavy works. So that's why we are intaking large amount of foods, and then that will be leading to obesity, right? So if the obesity process, when you hear the word obesity, and then it may lead to this following conditions. So number one is nothing but it may lead to gallstones, it may lead to infertility, it may lead to diabetes, it may lead to heart diseases, it may lead to cancer, it may lead to uh, low quality of life, and then it may lead to high blood pressure and arthritis. So these are the following things which the obesity may leads to. Okay, first we will see about the definition for obesity. So so definition for the obesity is we'll be dealing with so first one, it is a pathological state. So this is a particularly it's a pathological state, so which is resulting from the consumption of excessive quantity of food. Okay, we need we need a particular amount of food for a period of time to serve. But if you are intaking excessive quantity of food, okay, so over an extended period of time, that may lead to obesity. And so obesity is also defined as an accumulation of excess fat in the body. So obesity is defined as an accumulation of excess fat in the body. And so this obesity arises due to, and there will be that imbalance between the energy intake and then the energy expenditure. So there will be the imbalance of energy intake in relation to energy expenditure. So the amount of energy which were intaken and the energy expenditure must have to be same. But if the imbalance occurs, that may lead to obesity. Clear? Yeah. So first one, it is nothing but this is a pathological state resulting from the consumption of excessive quantity of food, okay, over an extended period of time. So and then this is also defined as accumulation of excess fat in the body. So this is the degree of obesity which will be assessed. So based on the BMI, we will be calculating the we will be considering the obesity, as we all know how to calculate the BMI. So BMI will be calculated with the help of two parameters, which is nothing but the first one is nothing but body weight, and second is nothing but height. Okay, so we will be considering our body weight in the kilograms, and then we will be considering that height in the meter square. So we will be putting into this formula, we will be getting BMI. Okay, and then so what is the relationship between BMI and degree of obesity? Okay, so BMI and degree of obesity. Based on the BMI, we had classified that obesity levels. Okay, so first one, if your BMI was found to be in between 22 to 25, then the person will be called to be normal person. When the BMI will be around uh, 25 to 30, okay, then the person we'll be calling that person as an obesity person. And then if the BMI is more than 30, and then it is less than 35, more than 32, more than 30 and less than 35, and then he will be coming under the category of grade 1. Okay, grade 1 category. And then we will be calling him, he or she, as over obesity person. And then above 35, if the person's BMI was found to be above 35, so and then they'll be come under the category of gross obesity, and they will be falling into grade 3 category. Yeah, this is how the WHO had classified, World Health Organization had classified of the weight status based upon the weight status. So if their weight status is about using that the BMI, they had given the weight status. Okay, so if the BMI is less than 18.5, then the persons will come under the category of underweight. Okay, if the BMI was found in between 18.5 to 24.9, so and then they will come under the category of normal range. If the BMI was found to be in between 25 to 29.9, they will come under the category of overweight. So if the BMI was found to be more than 30, they will come under the category of obesity. And then with that obese, they have been classified into three categories. So class 1, class 2, and class 3. So what is a class 1? If the BMI of the person was found in between 30 to 34.9. Okay, 30 to 34.9, they will come under the category of obese class 1. So if the BMI was found to be more than 34.9, that in the sense 35 to 39.9, less than 40, 35 more than, I mean 35 to 40, I mean 39.9, they will come under the category of obese class 2. And then if the person is having that BMI of more than or equal to 40, they will come under the category of obese class 3. So now we will discuss about the causes of obesity. So the causes of obesity includes three major causes. Number one is none other than metabolic causes. Number two is nothing but hormonal causes. And the third thing is nothing but genetic. So, how this metabolic hormones and genetics plays a vital role in this obesity? Let us discuss about these things now. Okay, so during metabolism. So, when the metabolism is going on normally, there is no problem. When there is an accumulation of triacylglycerol, when there is an accumulation of triacylglycerol, okay, then then the calorie intake will be exceeds. Okay, we need calorie intake in the normal amount. When the calorie intake exceeds the amount, for example, our body need calories to function. Our body need a calories to function, uh, to provide the functions in the body. But the calorie intake exceeds the amount more than the body needed. So if our body, mm, if our body had tackle more than, if our body utilizes more calories, okay, other than its normal use, apart from the normal, if the calorie intake exceeds the amount needed for body function and the amount of work being done. Okay, so the calorie intake exceeds the amount needed for body function. Okay, more calories will be needed and the amount of work being done. So if you are intaking the calories, that much of work has to be done. But if it is not proportionally, if this calorie intake had been increased or exceeds, okay, compared to that work being done, then it will be leading to major causes that will be leading to obesity. And then second point, so due to the deficiency of an enzyme ATPase, as we all know, ATPase is an enzyme which will be cleaving that ATP, so which will impair normal energy metabolism. If that enzyme is deficient, normal energy metabolism will be affected, so due to that they will be gaining more weight. So this is a cause for metabolic. So first one is nothing but so calorie intake. Okay, so the calorie intake should has to be equal in amount of work being done. If the calorie intake is more compared to the work done, so work being done, then they'll be getting obesity. That's a point number one. And point number two is nothing but deficiency of the enzyme ATPase, so which impairs normal energy metabolism and gain more weight. So and then let us discuss about hormonal regulation. So as we all know here that endocrine disorders like hypothyroidism, hypogonadism, hypopituitarism, and Cushing disease, this may leads to obesity. This plays a vital role in case of metabolism. Okay, and then let us discuss about genetics. So yes, I think you people may know about the leptin. Okay, leptin is a hormone which provides a vital role in case of obesity is concerned. Okay, so leptin will be coded by the enzyme. Coded by the gene is none other than OB gene. We will be calling it as OB gene or leptin gene. Okay, so if these genes had been produced in large amount, if the genes had been produced in large amount, that will be leading to obesity. Okay, I will repeat. So several genes have the potential to develop obesity in humans. For example, if any mutation in the leptin gene, so if any mutation in the leptin gene, right, leptin production will be more. If the leptin production is more, what happens if the leptin production is more? So that will be leading to obesity. Okay, that will be leading to obesity. Okay, so leptin leads to suppression of food intake. The leptin leads to suppression of food intake. So grossly obese human have a failure to production of leptin. Okay, so and then the health risk for obesity. So the obese persons has the risk of developing five major things. So number one is nothing but they are more prone to hypertension, and they are more prone to CHD and stroke. And number three is none other than insulin resistant diabetes mellitus. And fourth one is atherosclerosis, and fifth one is cancer. Okay, so this is a diet chart which will be used for obesity. I mean, which will be used for obese persons. Okay, what they should have to take, what they should have to take more, and what food item they should have to take very less. So first we will start with that. What are the food items they should have to take very less? So number one is nothing but the fat, oil, salts, and sweets they should have to intake in very less amount. And then what are the food items they should have to eat in moderate level, which includes meat, poultry, fish, eggs, dry beans, and dry products. And then what are the food items they should have to eat more? So which includes fruits and vegetables. And then so they should have to eat most number of grains and cereals. Okay. So and then let me move on to the another topic, glycemic index. So glycemic index, it's an indicator of the ability of different types of food that contain carbohydrate to raise the blood glucose level within 2 hours. Okay, so this is the definition behind this. So foods containing carbohydrates that break down the most quickly during digestion. So number one is nothing but what is the definition behind this? So glycemic index, by using the glycemic index we can able to see, I mean, this is an indicator. This glycemic index indicates so what is our body's ability to to intake the different types of food item that contain carbohydrates. Okay, to raise to blood glucose level within 2 hours of time. Okay, so the foods containing carbohydrates that will break down most quickly and then that will be digested. Okay, if the food is containing carbohydrates that had been break down more quickly during digestion. Okay, the food which has more amount of carbohydrates that had been break down very as soon as possible, and then that will be digested as quickly as possible. That kind of food items will come under the food items which has high glycemic index. Okay, so they're also known as dietary glycemic index. Okay, and then yeah, glycemic index classification. So glycemic index have been classified based upon that high glycemic index, and then second one nothing but the food items which is having medium glycemic index, and food items which will be having the low glycemic index. So if the food items are having more than or equal to 70, okay, so then we will be calling it as that food items have high glycemic index. So what is the effect? So there will be the rapid increase in the blood sugar level during that high glycemic index foods. If you're eating high glycemic food and foods, and second one nothing but a medium glycemic index. So medium glycemic index foods will come under the rate of 56 to 69. So what will be the effect? So there will be increasing the blood sugar levels in moderate ways. Okay, so and the final one is nothing but a low glycemic index. So low glycemic index at the rate less than or equal to 55. Okay, so it's low, I mean, it will be slowly increase in blood sugar levels. It will be slowly increasing blood sugar levels. So during high glycemic index, there will be the rapid increase in blood sugar levels. So during medium glycemic index, there will be moderate increase in blood sugar levels. During low glycemic index, there will be slow increase in blood sugar levels. So this is what glycemic index classification is all about. So this is a food chart which shows what are the glycemic index, what are the food products which have more and less glycemic index. So we had classified this category into five ways. So number one is nothing but snacks, number two starch, number three vegetables, number four fruits, and number five is nothing but dairy. Okay, so snacks, the glycemic index which is present in case of snacks, the glycemic index which is present in case of starch, the glycemic index which had been present in case of vegetables, and glycemic index which had been present in fruits, and glycemic index which is present in dairy. So first we'll finish up this one. In this case, we can able to see that pizza will be having 33 glycemic index, and one chocolate can able to give 49 glycemic index. And then go to the last two things. Just have a look into it. Soda will be having 72 glycemic index. Okay, and then donut will be giving 76. And come to the starch. So just go to the last. Pancakes will be having 67 glycemic index, and then just have a look into the white rice that will be giving 38 only. In case of white chapati that will be giving 38, and then brown rice will be giving 55. Just go to the vegetables. So vegetables in broccoli, it is one of the most important it is having one of the most important antioxidant property. And then that will just move to the green peas that will be having 48 glycemic index, and just look into the carrots that will be having 49. And just go to the fruits. In case of fruits, pineapple will be having more number of glycemic index, which is nothing but 66, and banana will be giving 56, and cherries will be having only 22, and then apple will comes around 38. So for the dairy products, just look into this. So they will be having very less amount of glycemic index. For example, yogurt plain and yogurt with low fat and a whole milk. So in case of yogurt plain and yogurt milk will be having yogurt milk plain, and the yogurt low fat will be having only 14. And then yogurt fruit will be having 36 because it has been mixed up with the fruits. Okay, this is the chart we should have to follow. I will repeat. So if the glycemic index or less than 55 or below is nothing but low glycemic. If the glycemic index are found to be 70 or higher, then it comes under the category of high glycemic index food items. Okay, and then next slide. So nutritional value of pulses. cereals and grains. Okay, so just look into this. So what is a nutritional value? So this had been denoted in grams per 100 grams of dry weight basis. So for example, in 100 grams of for example, in 100 grams of beans, we can able to see 23 to 26 grams of proteins, and 1 to 2 grams of carbohydrates, and 67 to 71 grams of carbohydrate, and then 70 to 28 grams of fibers. In case of peanuts, we will be getting 23 grams of protein in 100 grams of peas, and 1 gram of fat in 100 grams of peas, and 60 grams of 60 grams of carbohydrates out of 100 grams. Okay, and then fiber will be like 16 out of 100 gram of dry weight basis. Okay, and then just move to that white rice. So white rice will be having very less amount of fat, protein. There will be around only 8 out of 100 grams, and then fat will be very very less. So only 1 gram out of 100 gram of food out of 100 grams. So and then, so just have a look at the carbohydrates will be more in case of white rice, and then wheat and brown rice. So just compare this, because white rice and wheat are the most staple food in India. So 90% of I mean 90 gram out of 100 gram of dry wheat basis carbohydrate over there, which will be present in case of white rice. If you are intaking that 100 gram of wheat, that will gives about 83 grams of carbohydrates, and then 13%, I mean 13 grams of wheat in case of fibers, and then rice will be having only 1 gram of fibers. So when you are having that, when you are looking to the fibers, right, beans will be having more fibers. Okay, and then peas will be having a large amount of fibers. Okay, so just look into this. So we can able, I mean, we will be having some doubts whether we can intake food, whether we can intake all fruits and vegetables. Yeah, here is an answer. Okay, so fruits and vegetables, most of the fruits and vegetables are having antioxidant property. They are having antioxidant property, they will act against the cancer. Okay, so and then, so the diets high in fruits and vegetables may have health benefits, so which can prevent us from heart disease, and from this is related with eye, and this is related with diabetes, and this is related, I mean, this is related with cancer. They will prevent from cancer, they will prevent us from diabetes, and then they will prevent us from eye health, eye related disease, and they will prevent us from heart disease. And these are the most important health benefits of fruits and vegetables. And the most important thing is nothing but cancer. If you're intaking large amount of fruits and vegetables, we can prevent the cancer. Okay. So and then, yeah, here comes another important one. What are the health benefits of meat? Okay, if you're intaking meat, okay, in that in a particular quantity, right? You should not intake meat in large amount. If you're intaking meat in a particular quantity, so as per your metabolism, so it will have effect on so many, I mean, so many mechanisms. So if you're intaking meat, what are the health benefits of meat? Number one is nothing but this will triggers memory, and then it will cures insomnia. So number three is nothing but it enhances muscle growth. Okay, if you are intaking red meat, that will enhance the muscle growth. Okay, and then, and this will improve concentration levels. Okay, and then it reduces the risk of heart disease, and then this will prevent aging, and then it will uh, it will prevent us from tactless rickets, and then it will help us to prevent anemia. So it will save us from depression, and then it will gives a healthy benefits towards health, I mean health and maintaining the skin and hair care. Okay, these are the most important health benefits of meat. And then this chart, I mean this tabular column depicts what are the food types and what are the vitamins and minerals and what is the comments behind this. So but for example, if you're taking about the cereal grains, so what are the vitamins and minerals present in the cereal grains, what is the comments behind this. Okay, so first one is nothing but food types, which includes cereals and grains. So cereals and grains means we will be taking large amount of rice, corn, sorghum, oats, etc. So what are the minerals and vitamins present in this food, in the cereal grains? So which includes, so they contains vitamin B and iron. Okay, so even though they are containing vitamin B and iron, okay, so they will be reduced by milling. Okay, so when they are milling, right, so milling is none other than when we are going for flooring, we will be converting that grinds into flour, right? So there will be the loss of vitamins. Okay, so there will be loss of vitamins. So you should have to take that cereal grains without entering into the flooring. Okay, so you should have to take straight away without flooring. Okay, so what are the comments behind this? These are the main source of both energy and protein in most diets. And then, as we all know, legumes and oil seeds, which includes beans, peas, soya, groundnuts, and etc. So they are rich in B complex vitamins, but they most contain significant quantities of iron and calcium. Okay, so what is the comment behind this? Legumes are particularly useful when eaten with cereals. Okay, so they are proteins and they're complement to each other. So they are complement to each other. So and then we can look into this whole tubers and roots. Whole tubers and roots, which comes under tubers and roots, that means yams, taro, cassava, sweet potato, etc. So vitamins and minerals, which includes, they will be variable but generally low. But except potatoes, they are rich in vitamin C. The sweet potato, I mean, cassava, yams, taro, they'll be rich in vitamin C. So if you're consuming the bulk and low protein content, right, so that makes them unsuitable as staple foods in emergencies. So what happens to vegetables and fruits? They are the important source of vitamins and minerals. So if you're intaking the fruits and vegetables, right, in variable quantities of vitamin and vitamin B and C, you'll be getting in a large amount. Okay, if you're intaking dark green leaves or yellow red pigmented, so they will consider, I mean, they will come under, they will be having more amount of vitamin A because of beta carotene. So papaya, for example, papaya and carrot. So okay, so next one is nothing but if you are consuming heat, milk and dairy products, eggs, etc. So as we all know, they are good source of B vitamins, but the whole milk and egg also has a good source of vitamin A. So the milk and the eggs provide significant amount of calcium. There's some, as we all know, right? So usually they will be consumed in only a small quantities in normal time, but they are more readily used by the body. Okay, so I mean, but they will be readily used by the body than proteins of vegetable origin. So the small quantities will be very useful for us to improve the quality of palatability and diet. If you are intaking these things, meat, milk, dairy, and meat, milk, and dairy products, eggs. Okay. So and then what happens? Fish and dried. So the rich source there, the fish will be rich in, I mean, rich in calcium, and then if it is dried, there will be contains B vitamins also. So, what is the comment behind this? They are as a concentrated source of protein. I mean, those who like, therefore, there will be the accessibility of trials essential before use, and finally fats and oils. So, fats are derived from milk, as we all know. I mean, fats derived from milk are sources of vitamin A and D. I will repeat. So, fats derived from milk are sources of vitamin A and D. Number one, while so vegetable fats, which includes, so vegetable fats in the sense vegetable oils like that, so they contain no vitamin A and D. Okay, but the red palm oil has. Okay, so what is the comment behind this? Usually they will be increase, I mean, they will be increase energy intake, so without increasing the bulk of the food in the diet. So okay, this will improve the palatability and helps in food preparation. Okay, so this is what the nutrition is all about. So we had seen now that nutrition topic, we had completed the nutrition topic, and then today we had seen these are the eight topics, so which includes obesity, relationship between BMI and degree of obesity, causes for obesity, a diet plan for obesity, nutritional profile for pulses and cereals, health benefits of fruits and vegetables, health benefits of meat, and characteristics of common foods. Okay. uh, these are all the most important things as of that nutrition is concerned in this topic. I mean, overall in the five lectures, the most important thing is nothing but BMR, SDA, and then this one calorific value, and then respiratory quotient, and then obesity. Okay, Vashioker and marasma, these are the most important short answer questions. Okay, you will be getting. Yeah, yeah, thank you, have a nice day.